Hi friends, and welcome back to our second day of the Consciousness Challenge Week. I hope you've completed the breath awareness tasks that you were assigned to yesterday and had a good time doing them as well. If you've just joined us and would like to do the full Consciousness Week properly, please check out the previous video, as there's a reason for the order of the different challenges throughout the days. The Forgiveness Day challenge is made out of two parts. The first part has to do with your general attitude of the day, and the second part will be a small assignment that will take you about 30 minutes to complete. To be in a forgiving state means that we immediately forgive ourselves and others for anything that has happened throughout this time or throughout this daily challenge. Imagine, for example, that you're driving your car and some asshole cuts into your lane abruptly and without any warning. Let's analyze this situation. Most of us would react quickly by cursing or even honking or even thinking a bad thought. When this happens, the energy that goes through the body is fear, which is the exactly opposite of the energy of love. How fast can we try to forgive ourselves for getting angry and losing our tranquility and our connection to the present moment? How fast can we forgive the driver for doing that thing that it did to us? Another example, you're going about your day and a negative emotion comes in. It can be from any external reason, but it can also be from your mind. Maybe you don't have enough satisfaction in your day, or maybe you simply forgot to love an aspect of yourself in that particular time frame. Can we assume full responsibility for our emotional state? How fast can we accept that this negative emotion that came up is completely valid and become a master that simply observes the negative emotion and isn't attached to it, and then can simply let it go? This is all a part of self-forgiveness. We must forgive ourselves for playing the victim. We must forgive ourselves for being the fool that forgot that he is the master of his life. So again, during this challenge week, we need to pay closer attention to our behaviors, our thoughts, and our emotions. It doesn't mean we try to control them, it just means that we're becoming more aware of them. And with this heightened new awareness comes a great deal of self-education. The second challenge I recommend for you to do in the Forgiveness Day, and it's better to do this one at home and alone, is to write down 10 names of people that you have any sort of karmic tension with from your past. Meaning anyone that comes up that you either wish to forgive or to work on your mutual energy. Or you know that you need to apologize for something with this person. It could have happened on multiple occasions. It could have happened just one time with this person. It doesn't really matter. 10 names. It can be family members, it can be friends, it can be colleagues, it can be anyone that just comes up. It can be small issues or big issues that you haven't resolved. Write down whatever names come to your mind. It's your subconscious that's providing you with these names because it knows you need to do some very important work with them. And remember, this is not just the things that you need to forgive, this is also about being forgiven as well. After you've written down the 10 names that come up on a piece of paper, and it's really important you do this, I want you to find a very quiet place at home and simply close your eyes and go through the following process with every person on your list. The process is very simple. I want you to imagine that you're sitting on a sofa in a very safe place with this person. You can have a conversation, but you don't really have to. The first thing you do is that you apologize. You apologize for everything you might have done, directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously, because you might have done things that you're not really aware of. And you see that this person tries his best to completely forgive you. He says the words that you really want to hear. He emanates that energy of forgiveness that you really want to feel, even though you feel maybe you don't need to ask for forgiveness. The second part is that that person asks exactly the same thing from you. It means he's asking to be forgiven, directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously. He might not be aware of how hurt you were from everything that he has done to you. Think about it that way, because many people are just not aware because we're so in our own world, we're not aware of the things that we might cause outside of ourselves. So first part, you ask for forgiveness. Second part, he asks for forgiveness, and you do your best to forgive him. Look into the future, not into the past. Unwind, unburden yourself from this thing that no longer serves you. Forgiveness is for you, it's not for him. It's so that you can clear your energy and you won't feel that you're packing a bunch of rocks in your bag and you're traveling with them all day and they just burden you. So do your best to forgive him. You don't have to forgive him completely. Just feel that something in your energy has changed about that particular circumstance or about that particular person. The third part is you can say thank you to that person. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for making me the person I am today, because without that thing you did, without the person that you are, I wouldn't be this amazing being that I am today. I wouldn't have had to learn these difficulties that I had to deal with in order to be who I am. And the last thing, you can imagine a virtual hug, see that you respect each other as human beings, and then move on to the next person. And do this with every person on that list. It shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes, and if it does, go ahead. Sometimes we do this exercise for much longer than that. And remember, although time seems completely linear, it really is much more flexible than that. When you've completed your journey with these specific individuals of forgiveness, you'll find a sensation of empowerment and freedom, as if your forgiveness and theirs has rippled back in time and healed a karmic knot. A strain which is now much closer to being complete is healed and is resolved. Remember, this is an exercise of only 30 minutes. In 2013, I did a process in which I was fasting in solitude and in silence for 3 whole weeks. And we did a version of this exercise for 7 straight days, until absolutely everything was really cleaned up. It made me feel similar to a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. When I teach my main workshop, the 10-day process, we do this exercise for at least 3 hours. And we create the space to go deeper and to do the work that we've been putting off for so long. That's it, my friends. Don't forget to share your experiences with others on our Facebook group. The link will be down here in the description box or in the email. Also, I'd highly appreciate it if you share the challenge week with others on your wall or in your social media. Enjoy the challenge. I'll see you tomorrow in the non-judgment day.